Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for another Propagandacast from your host, Imperial Dane. We will be having a 2 vs 2 here, a Monday novice fight on the Moscow outskirts. A 2 vs 2 and a Monday novice fight, so that should be something. We shall be watching Adila alongside Blackwolf here, fighting for Germany. For the 5th SS Panzerdivision Viking, going out against Dernachtmenshc and Boris, because I have absolutely no idea how to read that one. I'm certainly not daring to read it anyways. But fighting for the Soviet Union and the 20th Mechanized Corps, we are seeing a support bomb company and a special Vive command going up right away, so not an awful lot of conscripts will be appearing from either side right away. Doctrines are fortified armor, lightning wall and elite Truppen. For Adila, Blackwolf will be presenting himself with Festung support right away, actually, it would seem. Interesting. Dernachtmenshc with guard motor, Soviet shock and shock motor, and Boris has gone for counter-attack. So to Blackwolf, by the way, who's at the top here. We are noticing 2 grenadiers from him, an MD-42, and from Adila, we are noticing largely the same so far. Point there being secured. Maxim being carted to the front. We're noting here that Boris has got himself some penal troops, some Strafniki. Slowly advancing them to the front, so he's opting for some more serious infantry right off the bat here, though less amounts of it. Grenadiers mark 1 here to get moving. Mach schnell, Heinz. Point secured. Center point secured. So it will be a rather delayed in actually grabbing territory initially due to the sort of way they went for things, which would actually ensure the Germans can get more territory initially than them. Although if they strike and hard and well enough with these Strafniki, they might be able to overcome their fascist opponents. Minor engagement here, conscripts engaging grenadiers, where the other grenadiers, MD-42 moving up. Pioneers coming in from the other side, another grenadier squad moving up there. Also noting that Boris is already floating quite a bit of manpower. That's not really what you want to be doing in the first few minutes of the game. Again, if you don't know what to do with your manpower, just spend it on something. Then you'll learn how to use it better, but really just don't float manpower that much. Guys being engaged by the Strafniki, taking heavy losses in support with the combat engineers. Come on, Boris, spend the manpower. Comrade Stalin hates manpower floating. He deems it counter-revolutionary. An early snipe up here for Adila. Sniping away at those Strafniki, though needs to be careful he doesn't get up with a bullet lodged in his sternum. There we go, finally spending some of that manpower there, Boris. Then he's holding off the combat engineers. Munitions are available for lightest machine gun gewehr. Conscripts here, Maxim slowly advancing up. Should perhaps be a bit faster. And Conscript trying to secure the point there, or a bit rather late, ends up coming under suppression there from the MD-42. Grenadiers and Pioneers rushing in. There's under fire, and we are noticing a mortar in a rather exposed position right here from Blackwolf. Not really a good position. Nothing to screen it, nothing to guard it. Also note, in the middle of the road, in negative cover, meaning, you know, they're going to be taking an awful lot of damage. They're going to be really easy to hit and really easy to kill. So, I mean, if those penal troops just decide from up there, they might easily find them and murder them. We are noting now additional penal troops, and we are seeing shock troops arriving as well. He should consider getting some conscripts up at least to merge with the Strafniki, thus ensuring cheaper reinforcement. Nice flank there from the conscript. More to fire. MD-42 pushed away. He should have had something to guard his flank, but again, spread out a bit too thin here. Mr. Blackwolf. Also noting he's already taken up. Guys, they're caught in the middle of everything. Strafniki moving in, engaging the MD-42. Should be able to deal here. And a flamethrower's up. Mortar coming under fire. And there we go, in dire straits. Conscript coming in from the other side. Already one mortar crew member down. And this beastly, yes, there we go. That is pretty much game over. Mortar crew taught. And he's having equipment with the light machine gun finally. We're seeing no response here on the series coming from Adila to assist his teammate who just handed over his mortar, his Granatenwerfer to Dernachtmenshc. Sniper, really don't move it about like that, Adila. That was just reckless. Why on earth would you move your sniper about like that? Sniper forced retreat. Luckily, no attempt here from the Strafniki to kill him, otherwise that could have gotten a bit more painful. Not a lot of units at the moment out here for Blackwolf. Time to pop over here to Adila. And it is linking up in the centre. Right flank seems to be collapsing here under the weight of the Strafniki. Shock troopers also moving up. And we are noting additional Strafniki. Looks like here that Boris is fond of the penal troops. As we're not seeing much of overall here at the moment. A lot of troops hanging about in space from Dernachtmenshc. Strafniki moving in, getting another kill. In fact, gaining veterans 1. These penal troops are definitely on the road. But there you go, Panzer's arriving. Moving up on the fence. Strafniki need to retreat. Pull back.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Oh, he's going to lose a veteran penal trooper squad already. That was definitely reckless. Unit preservation clearly needs to be worked on there by Boris. They were already low in health. They should have been retreated. Instead, he retreated too late and thus end up losing a valuable unit to the fascists.
How can we help?
Bunker going up here, and that's actually a good move. He actually placing it between the two headquarters so they can heal both players at the same time. Certainly, some novice players have a tendency of just placing them far apart from each other. Shock troopers being in here. Panzer should not be running up to shock troopers again. Do not run up to shock troopers. Rifle grenade going in. There we go. Nice rifle grenade there from Adila. Grenade going in front on the German. Ow! Again, we see here that he's having trouble with unit preservation. Lost a shock trooper squad here. Definitely something Boris needs to be working on. More bundle grenades. Strafniki needs to retreat. Come on, Boris. Satchel charge. Oh, get away, get away, get away. Oh. Grenadier squad wiped out. Panzer's ignoring the other Strafniki and taking heavy damage and losses due to that. Bit chaotic there, but again, some problems with unit preservation and also with Blackwolf trying to extend. And what is the sniper doing there? What is the sniper doing there, Adila? Ach, too good. That was just senseless. And that just looked slightly embarrassing. Ach, scheiße.
The bunker is now a field hospital.
So heavy losses there for Adila, rather senseless losses as well, I might add. And he's advancing, but taking a bit of heavy machine gun fire there from a machine gun lightly lost by Wolf or, well, himself. Either way, not really good. That the Soviets are already getting more German equipment than the Germans. I mean, clearly both sides need to work in unit preservation, but the Germans need to work on actually keeping their support weapons within support range of the frontline units and not leaving them exposed and, you know, stolen by the enemy. And already here the Germans are quickly bleeding up. We're also doing an early fuel cache up here for Blackwolf. Like a bit of tech race here, perhaps hoping that armor can overthrow the Russians. On the other hand, we're already seeing here that with so much ground lost, the Russians are basically going to be mining all the vital roads. A good idea, and that's definitely going to make sure that when the army actually does return, it's a lot likely to sort of, you know, run into a lot of serious trouble.
Under attack! It's done.
More shock troopers, more Strafniki to replace the ones senselessly lost. Granatenwerfer. Bargain rolled out here. Looks like he was already aware, of course. I mean, you have to be careful about placing your mines that close to the front line. You have a chance of your opponent actually spotting him, and it looks like he did, and fired off a rifle grenade. Not an idea, of course, to drive your mortar half straight right in front of the enemy like that, but looks like he's going for it anyways. Getting a nice hit there on the mortar crew and the other conscripts nearby. Conscripts making a run for it, but straight into the Panzers and their Sturmgewehrs. Much of the squad there lost. And Maximum crew here in an awful lot of trouble. They're just getting gunned down point blank.
Territory claims. You have orders?
Grenadiers being pushed away. Mortar half-tanks are usually part of the armoured Panzer Grenadier battalion, so in this case, since it's a reconnaissance half-tank, the armoured reconnaissance Panzer Grenadier battalions. Always equipped with the 8.8cm mortar. I don't think there was actually a variant with the 12cm mortar, probably because the half tank was built for that.
Have been assigned fresh Panzer Grenadiers.
So, little fun fact there.
Grenadiers.
Meant for sort of quickly supporting those forces in their advances, also why they had some other self-propelled artillery, like the Grille, which was basically a short, heavy infantry howitzer mounted on the same chassis as the Marder, basically.
Yes.
German Granatenwerfer firing here. Grenadiers rather forwards without anything to cover their flanks.
The Soviets are attacking!
Strafniki moving in. Don't run onto them. Again, remember you have semi-automatics, engage from range. Shock troopers moving in. And there we go. Panzer is pushed away. Too much damage, too many bullets. At the same time, looks like he's finally shifting out to the flank here. Panzer is leading a Grenadier assault. Support armor corps up for both players. Also, Maxim is stolen by some Panzer Grenadiere. And secured for the Reich. And apparently the gunner is a bit agape. Oh my god! This is old! This is scheiße!
We are ready for action.
Panzers need to be enforced. Slow advance here. Warthog gets enforced. We are seeing mines up there as well. No mines here though, or here. They should probably consider mining the flanks more. Comets have been spotted by Grenadiers. Panzer is here versus the Strafniki. Strafniki to retreat. Come on, Boris! Retreat for once! Satu charging again, losing a squad! Pioneer squad's losing half the unit, but again, Boris seriously needs to work on his unit preservation. It's awful. Also an S-35 out for him. Shock troopers marching about, left and right. He's barely got any units at the moment. On top of everything. Leaving the Dernachtmenshc do most of the work here. Conscripts getting murdered. Dernachtmenshc
can now be accomplished.
Shock troopers versus Panzer Grenadiers over here on the right flank, pushing away the Panzer Grenadier. S-35 slowly moving ahead. We are seeing the tank battalion command up. We're noting here that Adila is actually flooding manpower, not good. And some countries engaging a superior Grenadier force, they need to pull back quickly, and there we go. While the Granatenwaffenwerken continues to unleash doom. Interesting enough, no shock troopers here from Dernachtmenshc whatsoever.
Your predecessor died a hero.
And actually gets a T-70 light tank, not an attempt at T-34 or 76, but instead the T-70.
Awaiting command.
Panzer is walking straight into the line of fire of the MD-42 here. And Veteran 2-1. Grenadiers encountering the shock troops here, not having so much fun. They're a bit under-equipped to deal with the shock troops, and there we go. A quick victory for the motherland.
Light tank ready for orders.
And a bit of a tour harassment up there on the flank, and we are seeing the T-70 light tank arrives.
You have orders?
The T-70 was also based on the same chassis, but on the other hand was equipped with 2 heavy machine guns. And so was less effective against armor and other light vehicles, but on the other more effective against infantry. Grenadiers need to retreat, get the devil out of there. Grenadiers here fighting versus the conscripts. Desperate fight for the fuel point. Well, the right hand fuel point is getting lost into the Soviet Union. Panzerkampfwagen has arrived here for Adila, and we're also noting a Sturmgeschütz for Blackwolf. Grenadiers, you need to be careful. T-70 moves in, fires away its 45mm gun. Mortars ranging in as well from the Granatenwerfer by Dernachtmenshc. These Grenadiers need to retreat. Come on, Blackwolf, full swoop. S-35 moving ahead, trying to use it like a tank. Don't, Boris, don't, it's not a tank. Exposing the flanked enemy infantry and a Panzerfaust. No! Adila is not Panzerfausting the S-35 for whatever reason. Still, also at this range, I mean, you know, the S-35 really doesn't take much of a chance. There we go. No. Still no Panzerfaust. Come on, Adila. Meanwhile, Panzer's mounted around the Maxim there. MD-42 here, no trouble with the German Maxim. S-35 almost destroyed. There we go. Panzerkampfwagen 4 gets the kill. Despite all odds. advancing rather greedily, and we're noting a T-70 back, and a KV-1 out for Boris. The Clement Borisov heavy tank. Shock troopers here having an easy time with the Pioneers. Not sure why they locked the grenade, but they could have just rushed. And there you go, flamethrower tank first, killing poor Heinz. Left flank archer collapsing. A surge making a nice advance there. In fact, the flanks are collapsing for the Germans in general. There's the end of fire from the KV-1 and the T-70. But we do see the Sturmgeschütz opening up with the 75mm Stuck. Or Sturmkanone. Panzer IV needs some repairs, by the way, and that's rather schnell. Dann sie nicht retreat, come on, Rückzug, Adila. And a field gun also moving in, Stuka needs to be careful. Panzer IV firing into the flank of the KV-1. And the T-70 advances. And the pack got the kill on the KV-1. T-70 not looking too much well either. Pack scoring the second kill as well. Grenadiers forcing the surge off the left point, and looks like a counter-attack led by Panzers on both sides, managed to clear out the right-hand side, but looks like Boris keeps just losing on shock troopers. I mean, really terrible unit preservation from Boris. Doesn't even seem that he knows how to retreat, which is rather tragic. And again, to retreat, you know, you press the corresponding button. This one. Or press T on your keyboard, either way, your troops retreat and get away from the enemy and back to safety. Either that or Boris is a staunch believer in not a one step back, but you might be noticing he's got terrible unit numbers compared to his opponents. Also, barely any veterans. Somehow, though, these penal troops have somehow managed to survive this far, despite everything. In fact, they're veterans too, even.
We need to re-establish our supply lines. Smoke out!
Smoke out. Not sure why Pop Smoke perhaps allowing him to rush in. Close there.
They are shooting at us!
Befehlspanzerwagen up for Adila. She had a bit of fun here. Panzers in there, Maxim. Trying to deal with the shock troopers, and there we go. Quick bun grenade, Gebaldeladung. Oh! Still not retreating. Oh, he actually retreated. He actually retreated. My gosh. 2 Stuks up now for Blackwolf. And a howitzer going up for Blackwolf as well. And then he moves in another shock troop squad and gets that murdered. In fact, by the Panzer IV here with the Spitz. Come on, retreat! Aha! Now he's getting conscripts. Perhaps realizing he can't afford to waste elite troops like that. T-70 moving up, not sure why there are absolutely no T-34 from Dernachtmenshc. Bomb grenade goes off and the conscripts furthers them alongside the Panzer. There we go. Panzer's charging in. T-70 comes under heavy fire there from the Panzer IV and the Panzer IV. And howitzer fires. Blowing up bits of the road and other things. German Panzer assault here. Right flank, always in a flux, it would seem. And so far nothing really seriously there from that howitzer. Mortar might want to get out of there. Would be a shame to lose eventually to Mortar to a Befehlspanzer. And Stravniki again. Ah, Boris. Oh, that was bloody lucky. His opponent actually retreating instead of trying to finish it off. Absurdly lucky there. Russians have been beaten back once more again. The fact that Boris has an absolute nightmare apparently keeping his troops alive is really what helps the Germans more than anything else at the moment.
Well done, comrades. The point is ours.
Munitions cache up, noting 2 fuel caches by the way. Also noting here, Dernachtmenshc has a metric ton of munitions hanging about. ready to be locked at the enemy in whatever forms he so desires. But back to Blackwolf, who is getting a second howitzer. Scheiße. That's definitely rare. Looks like he's setting up a small artillery battery here. Let's see if we can actually hit something with it. Going to be engaged by RT-34. Finally arriving here, by the way, for Dernachtmenshc.
Howitzer crew standing by.
Howitzer so far not firing much.
They're killing us! Soviet forces are engaging
No
us!
counter-attack towards the right-hand side. Just holding up here. German seems a bit lazy. And there we go, artillery firing.
Howitzer placement complete.
Towards here. Not sure we're specifically firing towards there.
Forces are securing our territory.
Shooting up some butchers, but that's about it really.
Ready!
You have a fire mission?
We are losing a sector.
Time to lock things here. MG bunker up. And these pushed away.
Look here.
Sturmgeschütz nor Panzers are doing anything at the moment. Rather passive play here from the Germans. All of a sudden, getting lazy, that is never good. Gives your opponent time to move, grab territory, outflank and whatnot. Panzers hit defensively by the way. Lots of grenades being exchanged. Panzers, there we go, forced away. Right flank utterly collapsing now. Scout covered Peanuts, which is not even fully reinforced though. Moving up the right flank. Large amount of German armor doing nothing as the left flank is being taken by the Russians. And the bunker here being blasted to bits by the T-34. With a field gun now setting up support as well. And trying to shoot the point here with the howitzers.
I'm so sick of these Russian assholes.
Hitting absolutely nothing.
You can't teach an
Field car's about to get wrecked.
What do you need?
Panzers here having shot with the cartridges. Looks like Boris War has finally learned to retreat in time. At least semi-learned it.
The bunker has been converted to an emergency
Medic bunker up in the
medical
centre. Interesting position there, getting one there as well. Besides one here. Howitzer so far
Howitzer crew standing
getting
by.
2 kills. He's expended 1,200 manpower on this, and so far he's gotten 2 kills to go for it. Wow, impressive. Really bad. At least not impressive.
We have liberated.
Full-on assault here into the darkness, into a lot of shock troopers with light machine guns again. You don't move with your shock troopers. There you go. Wiped out. Senseless assault here by Blackwolf. Not supported at all, and looks like he might lose the Panzers besides the guns with light machine guns.
Contact. Long-range artillery
Not sure why he's
is
firing him
sector
there. I
of
mean, I suppose he's hoping to catch something, but overall he should be aware that most of the opponents are on the flanks right now. Not there, so why he just blasts away there is just overall poor usage of artillery. Getting up Panzer 4 now, Stu's moving over to the left flank.
sector.
KV-1 moving in and dealing with a lot of German infantry over here. A direct assault towards the centre. Molotov on the Maxim. Troops here need to be careful coming under fire from the field gun. Watch out, Blackwolf, watch out. 4-6, 4-6.
The enemy is attacking one of our forward
Drop a
buildings.
smoke bomb here would be a good idea to come up with Stu. Looks like you might get a little lucky. Would be a nice target to artillery, but again he's just firing everywhere else. Again, not really hitting anything.
Panzer IV is ready for
Also, heavy squad losses all of a sudden. He's barely got any infantry now. Panzer IV and Befehlswagen doing what they can against the Soviet oncoming hordes.
We have 200 points remaining.
But looks like the flanks are utterly lost. And so is a great deal of their forces.
Panzer IV ready.
Panzer IV supporting the Panzer with assault, T-34 Mac, MT-42 and Conscript moving in to keep out the support position near the blocking position. Quick grenade here. Also noting in, he's finally acting a bit of coordination between two German players. Actually, tanks moving into the flank by the other Panzer IV leads the assault. Good job there. Good job. A nice assault, in fact, a nice assault. Look like reconnaissance run in. Center is open. Now, by the way, Maxim cleared it. Our field gun cleared out. Maxim might get cleared out of them. Unfortunately, whatever it is. Mine went off, damaging the engine of the Panther 4, but Country's getting murdered. Heavy losses. Heavy losses here to Dernachtmenshc. He just suffered a crushing blow. Absolutely crushing. He's barely got any units left. He lost his armor. He lost his support weapons. And he's about to lose a half tank as well to this Panther come back here. And a bombing run in, which did nothing. Oh, an absolute waste of munitions there. And the half tank went up in flames as well. Right flank though is collapsing. Veteran 3 Strafniki, wonderful. Munitions cache up there. And time for the mid-game analysis. Current situation is a bit of a mix. Again, the Soviets are having problems due to some... Well, the fact is they're operating both far on the flanks at the moment, with little support for each other, which in some regards allows the Germans to gang up on them if they actually sort of think about it. In this case, it actually happened. That combined with some poor unit position in some regards has resulted in them, not having the force to sort of, throw back and sort of allow them to get out of there in time, which ultimately resulted in some heavy losses right there for Dernachtmenshc, which now has giving the Germans heavy losses though. Heavy losses, lots of infantry being lost senselessly. And we also got the 2 howitzers, again, 1,200 manpower, shooting away at everything and hitting absolutely nothing. That's not exactly good, and it's certainly far from impressive, and it's definitely something that needs to be worked at. We're also now seeing an elephant heavy tank being called in, despite there not actually being a serious heavy armor presence from their opponent, which also is really just an odd choice, Yeah, our enemy is mostly reliant on infantry. Let us get the elephant schwerer Panzerjäger. Heinz, are you alright in the head? Nein. Okay. So that one really just doesn't make much sense from Adila right there. But again, the Germans are making an awful lot of curious choices at the moment. There's certainly, the Russians are not also doing too, and again, that's partly largely due to Boris again throwing away so many troops. Just look at the losses he's suffered, although apparently not nearly as much somehow than Dernachtmenshc, who's actually still managed, despite perhaps preserving his squads better, to lose about, well, 1/4 more, or even 50% more than Boris, who does absolutely nothing to retreat his squads half the time. That's actually quite impressive. Germans on the other hand, clearly here it's Adila who's leading the way with this fortified armor doctrine, by the way, leading in damage, leading in kills, and also the one with the least amounts of losses. Blackwolf sort of doing right, but again, he could be doing better. And again, with 2 howitzers, it's actually surprising that he's not getting more kills and doing more damage. But again, that's because he's firing into the blind, hoping to catch something rather than trying to fire at where the enemy actually bloody well is. So that's a bit of a massive flaw there in how Blackwolf uses his artillery. And that's definitely something that should be looked into. The Soviets, what could they do currently? One thing Mr. Boris is considers actually getting up a howitzer of his own and perhaps, firing at these 2 with his B4, and otherwise, trying to catch enemy support positions and armor with the heavy strikes there of Stalin's sledgehammer, that way doing an awful lot of damage. You could consider also getting more KB1s, but again, then you also need to, preserve them well, which again is a bit of a problem for little Boris. And again, also something that clearly needs to be worked on with him, unit preservation. Seriously so. Mr. Adila is a bit stronger in terms of infantry, though he could probably do with a bit more as well, and he needs to be careful about spreading out his armor too far at the moment, since currently it is rather flung out, and could risk getting knocked out by anything simple. That's definitely also where some issues are. Also, an ISU-152 would be an idea here for Mr. Dernachtmenshc. Its higher range and high explosive firepower could do a lot to damage and armor compared to the elephant, who can really only do anything against armor. So that's definitely also an opportunity, although again he needs to be a bit more judicious in his use of the bombing strike. The first one there was just basically blowing up some dirt, which is not really an efficient use of the ability. Russians could also consider getting out a fuel cache or 2 to sort of help with their goals. But some artillery of their own would probably be a nice idea. In particular, if they could get these 2 houses with a B4, that would be absolutely massive and could also be very demoralizing to Blackwolf. But let us pop over to Adila and let us return to the fight. Again, the elephant there. No idea why he went for that. since armor is hardly the threat they're facing right now. The elephant itself, there we go. I mean, he's trying some interdiction artillery, which I suppose is alright, but at the same time, it can easily end up being a waste. So while the idea is nice, you sometimes need to be a bit careful with it, in particular considering the size of the map. In particular when in some cases probably could just be bombarding this point where you probably ought to know there's an enemy around. Conscripts driving straight into an S minefield. Panzerkampfbahn moving up there. Opening up on the conscripts, clicking off an S mine left and right. The elephant tank destroyer itself was not really the most popular tank destroyer on the field. Gudern wasn't a huge fan of it. And several other commanders weren't either, though some managed still to do alright with it, and certainly managed some impressive kill scores at Kursk. That was also really it. In other regards, it did suffer some problems and certainly had to be upgraded in some regards. But still, was never the most popular and certainly not the most effective. Overall, the Jagdpanther was much better tank destroyer, despite having not necessarily as much armor on the other hand, but pretty much the same gun and also being a lot more mobile. The Fedpan's holding up here. I mean, he's not going to move it and just park it down. He might as well pull it down and make it tougher. Give it a bit more range, but apparently Adila seems non-concerned with that, despite having it hull down. Field gun opening up here. Could pop smoke. He could also try and make a move there against the field gun. Artillery firing in support. Still only 2 kills on the howitzers. There we go, Panzer 4 blitzkrieging. Up behind the field gun, good. Needs to be careful it doesn't get hit by his own artillery. Anti-tank grenade. Get away, don't park in front of it, Adila. Pull back. Field gun is screwed. Still, that was rather senseless. Oh dear, he's recruiting right in front of him. Get out of there, get away. Why didn't you move, Adila? Why didn't you move? At the same time, KV-1 assault going in here. KV-1 there takes one hell of a hit there from the elephant tank destroyer. KV-1 almost down. Panzer is firing over there. Rakettenpanzerbüchse. Bun grenade gets a combat engineer. What KV-1 hit? Don't peek your head up behind the church. Why are you doing that? But a senseless waste of a Panzer 4 veteran into there by Adila. KV-1's driving away. Infantry assault going in here, coming under heavy fire from the Soviets in return. Also field gun ready to be secure, and some reconnaissance here for Adila. Overlooking the entire field, yeah. 3 kills now for the howitzer. Slightly wunderbar. Elephant tank destroyer supporting the armorless advance here of Blackwolf. And an ISU 152 has arrived for Dernachtmenshc.
Schützen here.
Mortar wiped out. There we go, Grenadier Squad wiped out. Had no chance against the ISU 152. Also upgraded with the Dushka already.
You need an elephant?
KV-1's pursuing repairs. Needs some more engineers to repair it though. Another infantry assault from Boris going in, and time to pop over to Dernachtmenshc. this Panzer is here continuing to slaughter away at
Forces are capturing our supplies.
the infantry of Boris. Another Panzer squad arrives from the other angle, comes under fire here though, and a bit of sector artillery going in. Rutschuk, get out of there.
We now have access to ISU 152 tanks.
Bad news there, cons coming in, also suffering a bit of bad news. ISU 152 finding away from here on the far left flank. Stug needs to be careful. Don't know, focus sight is up. Stug gets a bit too close there to the strategic point. Oh, there we go. Some poor bastard got killed. Stug actually moving ahead at the ISU 152. Oh, shot bounced from once. Small chance of that, but still having this time around. There we go. Second time, not so much luck. In fact, damaging the engine in the process. Devastating hit there, and these two could still go down if some infantry keeps in line of sight. And there we go, another hit, almost destroying it, even despite missing by a decent margin. Feldspans are still holding up. And there we go, ISU 152 again. Note the range of that thing. Knocked out the Stug. Elephant, Panther Force moving in. Austrian Flak Panther from Blackwolf. At the same time, KV-1's on an eastbound advance. Not a lot left here from the Germans holding them up with. ISU 152 needs to be a bit careful. There we go, pulling back. Good, artillery firing in. So much artillery and only 4 kills. I mean, this is not the most impressive use of artillery I've ever seen so far in the game. I mean, how can you miss so much with 2 howitzers? That's practically a skill in his own right.
Units awaiting orders.
And certainly not a munitions expenditure the Wehrmacht could do with this stage of the war. There we go, finally squad wiped out. Dernachtmenshc really should be careful about hanging around under all that artillery.
New men have arrived.
A third K1 out for Boris. No sign of a B4 howitzer. No sign.
The sector has been cut off.
Elephant actually making advance. Aircraft shot down. Need to be careful, doesn't get hit by anti-tank grenades. Oh, ISU 152 missed. Anti-tank grenades hitting but not penetrating. The thick armour. ISU 152 getting half the Panzer squad there, or perhaps the entire squad. Not entirely sure there.
Only 200 points remain.
But Elephant managed to escape. The wrath of the beast killer, the Schwerer boy. Bunker up. Feldspans are not seeing a lot of action, and we just see all of these K1s over here. Certainly a heavy armoured Soviet force. Exposed on the flank of the Elephant. I mean, this would be a good chance for the ISU 152 to actually pursue it. But for some reason, Dernachtmenshc is not. Otherwise, since you have still have exposed shots at the Elephant's rear and probably could take it out. Definitely a massively missed opportunity right there. Finally getting a move on. Also 9 kills all of a sudden. K1's making an assault here on the left flank. Needs to be careful. Generally, one problem seems to be for the Soviets at the moment is that they're not having much luck coordinating their assaults and sort of attacking each on their own.
They see us.
12 kills on the ISU 152. K1's advancing, but straight into the line of fire of the enemy. Need to be careful here. Snow pushed away. Stug firing away. K1s need to fall back at the same time though. Elephant is exposing its flank to the ISU 152. There we go. Anti-tank grenades damaging the engine. Yes, yes. K1 though lost. Not good. Hitting all those Panzer Stugs and a Panzer were firing at it, and the Elephant. There we go. Veterans 1. Smoke pop. Just get some conscripts up on the other side of the smoke. You can still fire away. Veterans E2 here for Blackwolf. K1 needs to pull back. Come on, Boris. Unit preservation. ISU 152 failed there to penetrate. Still very close, very close. KV-1, get it out of there, Boris! Why are you not retreating? Another KV-1 arriving, another one. KV-1 abandoned. IC-152 advancing. Elephant barely making it out of there. Stoop destroyed. 4 K1s pushing it, the other K1 recruit. Sniper almost by the medic bunker. IC-152 pulling back. No artillery strikes or anything going in support, it seems. KV-1 he needs to pull back. If only they had some artillery to call in right now. Another K1 down. Rather insane losses. And the IC-152 probably could have been close to the front line to provide support. But apparently he lost all nerve. Another KV-1 abandoned. Victory points are reasonably equal. Points over here going down to the Black Panthers advance.
Fresh conscripts have arrived.
And now Boris has barely any units left at all. Again, his unit preservation is
We have lost one of our armored vehicles.
practically non-existent. There we go, actually using his conscript repairs as well. Good, good. That should quickly get the IC-152 back to battle. Osmond here, taking one hell of a nasty hit. Old's getting close to Veteran 22. Which would mean an increased rate of fire. Elephant, by the way, no repairs being received. We're also not going to be able to reconnaissance by time. Oh, never mind. Sturmovik went down. Still not sure what he's intending to fire up with all that artillery. 9 kills still, and still not a single kill on the other howitzer, and that was the one who built the first. Oh dear. Second IC-152 moving up, he should definitely coordinate with the other one, basically lay down some serious barraging.
Penal troops are standing by.
Getting rather close to Veteran 2 and the increased rate of fire. And an IC-152 that fires faster is generally considered bad news for the opponent.
We need to re-establish our supply
Based
lines.
on the IS-2 chassis, and with a powerful 152mm gun. It was not the first one of this kind of design. There was one based on the KV-1, which is known as the SU-152, which gun was also considerably less powerful. But really, you know, why aren't you shooting at this? Also, don't split them up! Don't split them up! Have them working together! Have them working together, Dernachtmenshc! And why is Blackwolf moving his heavily damaged K1 ahead without repairing it? I mean, there's a lot of bad armor decisions going on, generally from both players, but really, Dernachtmenshc, come on, work them together!
We have fallen to 100 points. Do not let this trend.
And at least have it supporting, you know, you keep having it do nothing! The Fierce Panzer coming under fire from the other IC-152. Finally moving it ahead again. I suppose it's worried, but at the same time the two IC-152 together should have a tough time actually doing much, because again they come under such barraging, it's probably stunned half the time. The Fierce Panzer here, still standing, but not for long. Not sure why Adila hasn't pulled it back. There we go, main gun destroyed.
Troops can now be used to crush the enemy.
And there we go, Panzer 4 damaged, Veteran 2 tracking up. Going to move in for some tank destruction. Increased rate of fire and greater accuracy. Good, good. Need to be careful, need to be careful. Not too far either, and looks like the Fierce Panzer here pulling back. Stu took a nice hit, Elephant firing back though. IC-152 too close to getting the bunker there. Boris with practically nothing left, back to Blackwolf with his artillery still missing wildly. pulling back the other ISU-152. Elephant has not been properly repaired. Not sure what's intending, but at least they seem to be working together now. That is good. What he needs. Also a lot of what looks to be air recons going in from either player. Another one though shot down here by the flak panzer. Grenadier squad getting murdered. Another bit of air reconnaissance down. Not sure what Dernachtmenshc is intending to do with that ISU-152. Keeps moving it about now, but still not really shooting at the opponent. And so not having both shoot on some targets at the same time, thus really laying down some serious volume of fire.
Stuka prepared to drop smoke.
Which is a bit of a shame. Because that could even give the elephant cause to pause.
Ready!
MG flanked. We might see the ISU-152 finish them off. There we go. One hit, one kill. Elephant now for using, or the ISU-152 moving ahead on its own, but there we go. Nice hit on the elephant. Get the other ISU-152 up to support it. Come on, Dernachtmenshc. It can't be that alien of a concept to have your vehicles working together. Still taking a nice hit, but the ISU-152 needs to pull back. Veteran 2 for the elephant. Come on, back. Turn off, focus sight. Turn it off. Don't do that. And there we go. Waste it. And again, could probably have been avoided had he had both working on that elephant. Instead, he had them separate again, made it easier for the Germans who were actually coordinating the armor, actually also working together. But again, there's also a problem with no real teamwork with the Soviets, and also Boris having absolutely no sense of unit preservation. Now he's moving in the ISU-152. Now he is. Good lord.
Pioneers ready for assignment.
Panzers here being pushed back.
Grenadiers.
Someone mentioned Mr. Grenadiers there. A second elephant arriving for Adila, and howitzers still firing and still not hitting anything. Good lord, Blackwolf. I'm pretty sure that would get most artillery commanders sacked from their job, considering how much you fire and how little you hit. ISU-152 here, heavily damaged, probably took a bit of a beating there from the elephant tanks. Find a second one arriving. Rare that you actually see two elephants on the field, and also rare you see one actually doing some damage and actually gaining some veterancy nowadays. Also rare is to see howitzers shoot that much, and in some cases not even scoring a single kill. I mean, Blackwolf really needs to consider his artillery shooting procedures. I mean, really. It's been firing for like what, 20 minutes, and it's not killed a single thing. Bombing strike. Not sure what he was targeting there. It seemed like he was trying to hit both of them and then he got nothing. That was a bit senseless. Also, that third panzer is still functional. ISU-152 resuming swift repairs. Using for the Malda and finally being used here by Boris. Not sure why I waited until now to actually utilise it. Overall, though, not much success in running straight into a machine gun. Not sure what the elephant tanks was doing that far up to them either. I mean, there's a lot of odd questions taken up from the Germans as well as the Soviets. Well, hey, getting some kills again. Bit chaotic here. KV-1 moving in. Combat engineers dead. And K1 here might be able to flank the elephant. Bit of trouble there with the thick armor. Infantry forced to retreat. Left side collapse, another bunker up. Panzer left behind but not picked up.
Yes.
Victory points all under German control. IC-152 once more moving up the left flank. Getting another kill and Veterancy 1.
We have hammered the enemy down to 50 points.
Not sure what he's expecting from the prepared Panzer going head to head with a KB-1 here. It's a bit reckless and silly.
We have our flamethrowers.
But the elephant has moved up, fails to penetrate.
Forward structure under attack.
Pull back, let it fail to Panzer
We
Adila.
are close to victory. Press on. The enemy has 25 points remaining.
There you go, command tank down, a bit wasted there by Adila, but so much else so far.
Enemy can taste defeat. They only have 10 points remaining. We have a new
And there you go, another command tank, but game over, ran out of victory points. And there you go, today's Monday novice fight, displaying, you know, the virtues of actually at least moderately working together, despite rather sloppy at times, and rather haphazard compared to the Soviets, who really didn't seem to be working together at all, constantly working at the very edge of the maps. When they were attacking the center, it would usually be one at a time, no coordination. Boris at the same time really, you know, displaying horrible unit preservation, and also somehow still Dernachtmenshc managed to lose more troops overall, but you know, he also managed to do more damage. So I suppose in the end, that's rather works out itself. Again, Adila being the stronger player of the two, better unit preservation, better unit usage, although again the two elephants really were a bit of a curious situation, although in the end paid off with the IC-152, so I suppose not all bad. Still, rather odd. And Blackwolf again, you know, so much artillery, yet so little killed. I mean, how do you even do that? But also some problems there with unit preservation from time to time. Doctrine certainly ought to be utilised better, but then that could be said about all four players. So overall, one of the problems again were unit preservation, but also usage of armour. Several times they just parked their tank in front of an anti-tank gun, or Dernachtmenshc, you know, sort of running around with this heavy assault gun on its own with nothing to screen or help it, and certainly not having the two work together to say overcome a heavy tank destroyer or some other armour quickly. I mean, there were a lot of problems there in execution and usage of heavy vehicles on both sides. So that's definitely something that should also be taken into consideration. And certainly, once the Serbs had that huge advantage, they could certainly have done more to fortify it with mines, machine guns, and field guns and whatnot. But again, that didn't happen in part again because Boris kept wasting units. He lost entire squads so easily, which also meant he barely had any veterancy throughout most of the match. Utterly senseless waste of troops. So many things that could be pointed out, but again, you know, teamwork, but also unit preservation, and you know, properly getting the most out of your armor, which certainly was not what Dernachtmenshc is really ultimately having much luck with, despite, you know, with two IC-152s actually having a huge advantage which he then never really truly leveraged. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, want to subscribe, tell your friends. If not, well, why send it to your own, provide some feedback in the comments. This is Imperial Dane saying cheers.